Hello YouTube, Brent Peeler here with you. Coming to you from the Philippines. I'm just sitting here chilling. I know it's been a few days since I made a video, so I thought I'd put together a little video today to let you know what's going on. Talk about some subjects that I really wasn't going to address, just due to because it really don't pertain to me. I've had lots of people message me and stuff about the American YouTuber kidnapped in the Philippines, and wanting to know, are you safe? Is that a danger zone? Are you worried? No. First of all, uh, I feel like that has nothing to do with me. I feel like that's a whole different Philippines. If you're not familiar with the Philippines has some definite no-go zones. And where that happened was a definite no-go zone. That's southern part of Mindanao, and it's a highly Muslim community, radical. I don't know much about it. I've never been to Mindanao. I planned on going to northern Mindanao, and like I say, northern Mindanao and southern Mindanao are two different countries. So I wasn't going to address it at all because my kids and family watch these videos, and I don't want them worrying over something that they don't need to be worried about. Like I say, it's a hot topic on the news, and it's I've had some people even leave comments in my on my videos about it. So I figured I would address it, and just to say that's a totally different animal. That's a totally different location, and yes, it's very dangerous in that. The State Department for the United States has had Mindanao, on a no-go zone for years, and most expats are smart enough not to go down there and be poking around where they don't belong, because, like I say, it is a no-go zone. Mexico is a beautiful country. Cancun, that's like saying that the border towns are as safe as the tourist areas in Cancun. It's just two different places, folks. I don't worry about it here because I'm not in those bad places. Same thing in the United States. You go to the south side of Chicago or something, 2 o'clock in the morning, be messing around where you don't belong. Bad shit's going to happen. And I feel for the guy. It was a 26-year-old kid living down there with his Muslim wife and family, but he ignored every signal in the world. They was telling him, hey, you're in danger, you're in danger. I'm not sure how long he lived down there. Like I say, I'm not really up to par on the subject. I've seen a few videos, about the deal, and he was a YouTuber, and he admitted that he felt like he was in danger, that somebody every day was coming and telling his family that, hey, your son-in-law or whoever he was in danger, and he just ignored all the signs, and finally four men showed up dressed as cops with M16s, kidnapped him, shot him in the leg, and they hadn't heard from him since. Nobody has really took credit for doing it. They hadn't asked for a ransom, so it don't look good for the guy or his family. But like I say, prayers go out to everybody involved. But they took him, throwed him on a boat, and headed out to sea. And they said that's not a good deal. They didn't have medical treatment. He could have bled out. There's no telling what happened. Hopefully he's still alive. I have no idea. But that is a place that you should not be. Like I say, very extremist. They said these elections coming up have a lot to do with it. They're trying to fund elections, and they do a lot of that just like the cartel in Mexico handle stuff. They do it through intimidation. They do it through kidnappings. They do it through ransoms. They do it through. So I'm just clearing the air, especially to my family. Don't if you see something like that, don't. That's too total. It's a whole different world. It's hours away on a different island, and yeah, bad things can happen anywhere you're at. I believe that, but I have never once felt my life be in danger or threatened or anything over here. So don't believe the hype believe the hype when you're in them danger zones, or just avoid the danger zones. Like I say, I'm not going to be messing around where I don't belong. The Philippines is a very safe country, very safe, very hospitable. like I say, just the best people you've ever met. But just like, you know, United States has states, this place has islands, and there's different military groups. There's different, you know, the Hatfields and the McCoys, like in the United States. That shit goes on anywhere you're at. So like I say, I avoid those. I avoid those places, and don't worry. But that's not me. That's not where I'm at. It has, however, had me rethink a lot of stuff. Had me, you know, I share a lot of stuff on here that after watching this that I probably won't share anymore. You know, the kid was YouTubing about everything he was doing. I think he was even into loaning money, like a loan shark type deal, and that's no good. That'll get your ass, you know, no matter where you're at. You know, I witnessed a deal down in Cancun one time when I was down there. Went to a grocery store, and a guy got blasted just sitting in his car like 5 times. I was probably 40 yards away from him. Boom, boom, boom. I heard the gunshots go off. I was staring out the window of the grocery store, and I walked outside, and that guy was laying in his car dead. And they said that was, you know, a drug deal. Probably didn't pay his debts. You know, that shit happens everywhere. So it just, like I say, don't think because you're even in a tourist area. You know, you just sniff around where you don't belong, and bad things are going to happen. So, am I worried? No, absolutely not. Is it a tragedy? Yes, it absolutely is. I think it's been years. You know, like I said, the State Department has warned people about going to southern Mindanao for years. And I think it's been several years. I think the last one may have been a Canadian couple or something got kidnapped down there. But like I say, that's a no-go zone. I have heard Davao, the city of Davao, well, where the ex-president was mayor or whatever. That's one of the safest cities in the Philippines, I hear. Like I say, but I don't go down there. I don't plan on going down there. I had planned on going to northern Mindanao. Like I say, it's night and day from northern to southern. You know, there are hot spots in between, I'm sure. But it has me rethinking that too. You know, do I really, is it worth it? And I mean, there's enough of the Philippines that I ain't seen to put that at the very back of my list or whatever. Cagayan de Oro, I hear that's a great place. You know, sure, you can go to hot spots, but you can go to hot spots anywhere. That's like I say, that's like saying that border towns, you know, of Mexico, like Tijuana or Juarez or Sinaloa is, you know, it's a whole different than Puerto Morelos, Mexico. You know, so just try to use, if that's, don't let that, you know, sway you one way or the other coming to the Philippines. It has nothing to do with the regular Philippine way of living or life or whatever. And my heart goes out to it, but he was definitely where he shouldn't belong. He was updating his YouTube about where he was, what he was doing. Like I said, he even mentioned loan sharking. So I'm not gonna get on here and share a lot of stuff that I probably shared. And it's not because I'm worried about anything happening to me. It just woke me up and thinking, you know, that's probably not smart. You know, especially talking about your financial situation, whether it be any, you know, anything that anybody could use, your locations, your financial status, and I even think, you know, your significant others or your girlfriend or whatever, that's probably probably don't need to post where you're going. May not be so bad at where you've been, but you know, don't give them a blueprint of how to do so. Just regular, you know. I think it's common sense, but like I say, I know a lot of people are worried about the situation, and I'm just here to tell you that I've never felt threatened here. When I lived in Cebu, there was an American got murdered in Cebu. I think it was around 2 o'clock in the morning. He got shot by a Filipino. Of course, they tried to blow that out of proportion too. I didn't mention it because I didn't want family worried about it. But that's just 2 drunks at a bar being out after midnight. You know, I used to hear nothing good happens after midnight, and no matter where you're at, whether you're in a little hometown bar in your little hometown of Mayberry back in the United States, or you know, 2 drunks go to arguing and one pulls out a gun, shoots the other one. It's not because the Philippines is a bad place. It's because, you know, prayers go out to that family too. But you know, you don't there's just some things you do and some things you don't do. If you're trying to avoid trouble, it's way easy to avoid over here. You just don't do stupid shit, and that's kind of the way I feel on the subject. Like I say, my heart goes out to the guy's family. The poor kid was just 26 years old. I hope he's still alive, but you know, it's been a few days, so I know there's lots of blogs on it and all that stuff. But like I say, I wasn't going to address it because I didn't want anybody worried over loud there, getting worried over something that there's no need to worry about it. It's not my current situation, nor do I plan on it being my situation. So I know he didn't plan on it, but he was definitely in a red zone and a hot spot. Had many warnings, just ignored the warnings. You know, there's Filipinos all over this beautiful country. Why in the hell you would fall for one in a place like that? Why in the hell you'd fall for one anyway, you know? I got a little force field around me, folks. You know, hell, after being in a few relationships, I had a buddy tell me a long time ago that all women are cunts and your mom is suspect. And I've took that advice. Now, I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm not saying I don't. But I use that in my way of thinking every day. And when it comes to meeting any girl, opposite sex, Philippines, back in my home country, anywhere I'm at, I keep that little thought in the back of my mind. They may not be a cunt, but they damn sure got the capability of being one. And, you know, that's like us men. Hell, they may say all men are dicks, and they may be right. But I keep that force field around me, and you're going to have to prove to me that you're not before I let my guard down. And there ain't too many of them that, you know, there's no time limit on that. There's no time limit on when they can go from being a sweetheart to a cunt. So keep that in mind. Like I say, I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying I don't, but it's worked well with you know, having that in the back of my mind when I meet any girl, and so like I say, it's a little force field around me, and good or bad, I don't know. I'm not claiming it's good or bad. I'm not telling you to do it. That's just what I do, and it's protected me more times than not. Something about the chromosomes, I don't know what it is. I guess we're XY and they're XX, I think is how it goes. They should be XY because they're always wanting to know why this, why that, why she hearting your shit, why you doing it, why. But I think we're actually the XYs. But anyway, they got that XX for a reason. They're soon to be your X when they pull that cunt deal. Other than that, we've had this to a different topic. We've had this Typhoon Kristine coming through. Hell, seems like she's been coming through for 3 days now. Hell, they've been putting out advisories for the last probably 3 days. Hell, I know Boho, they closed schools down yesterday or the day before. Hell, that bitch Kristine is still out there east of us, trying to head across the Philippines and on over to Vietnam and that kind of stuff. It's got you know, travel kind of slowed up. It's been windy and rainy here for the last 2 days. Hadn't been able to get out of the house. Finally went down, tried to eat something last night because my electricity was off here. I thought, I know a place that's got a generator at least. I'll go down there and eat. And got back, and it's become an issue keeping your electronic devices charged here. Travel tip: always have a power bank if you're coming overseas or going anywhere. It's good to have. But my dumb ass, hell, I have one and I travel everywhere with it. But I just got back from Boho, and hell, I still had it in my bag. And usually on the ferry on the way back it's a 2-hour ferry ride, so I'll put my little cordless headphones on instead of these. That way I can charge my phone at the same time when I'm because that's what it's like, a 2-hour. So I'll watch YouTube or whatever, music or whatever for 2 hours. Well, I got back and didn't charge it, didn't break it out of my bag. So just, you know, it was on E. I thought, hell, the power will be back on in no time. Went and ate. Of course, I thought it was just a my area type deal, but no, it was a Valencia, Tallahassee, Dumaguete, I guess the whole area. And I didn't, usually they'll kind of tell you that there's a plan power outage or whatever. It'll last from here to here. Well, it hadn't been that way this time. I don't know if it was actually planned last night, but like I say, I got back. The electricity finally comes back on. Go to plugging everything in, trying to get it charged, and it goes out again. It's been in and out for about 24 hours now. So I've got everything plugged up because it's actually on right now, and so hopefully it'll stay on. But I went up to Valencia early, tried to get me a coffee, and they couldn't serve coffee because they didn't have electricity. So tonight is my quiz night, but this hurricane, or I mean not hurricane, they call them typhoons here. It may just be a tropical depression. I don't even know if it's a full-blown typhoon, but she's just out there lingering, and that bitch is screwing everything up. Because if she just go on through and get out of here, you know, it makes riding your motorbike to anywhere to go eat or something just a pain in the ass. You know, you're going to get soaked, so you're like, hell, I don't know if I want to get out or not. But yesterday I did. I stopped and bought me some sandwich shit and groceries, so I've got everything I need. I just like to kind of get out and you know, see people every once in a while. 2 or 3 days rain, it gets gloomy in a hurry. So that's my plan tonight. I'm gonna go down. Here I go telling you what I'm doing again. But I've got plans tonight. I'm gonna go. Tonight's my little quiz night. I usually hit my quiz on Wednesday and look forward to that if you know the weather's going to permit that happening. So I think it seemed like I was going to talk to y'all about something else, but that's all that I can think of off my cuff right now. It's been beautiful here in the Philippines till these last couple of days, and it's just been kind of, the wind's blown. I mean, I see why the power is out this time. The power will come back on, and here comes the wind. There's trees down everywhere. Not like full-blown typhoon weather, but enough to interrupt shit. And if you've seen the power lines, you can't really see them with this camera, but you see the power lines here in the Philippines. You see why there's interruptions all the time. They may be 1,000 wires going down the road. I don't know if everybody's got their own wire, they don't splice off, or how the hell, but it gets pretty tricky. Transformers blow up all the time. There's planned brownouts. There's, you know, but you can deal with a bunch of that. Like I say, last night it happened here. I thought, well, hell, I'll just run down to a restaurant, and I know they've got a backup generator anyway. So I got to eat, but this deal has lasted way longer than I thought it would last. I'm ready for it to clear on out and let everybody get back to traveling. I had a buddy up there at Valencia today. They're leaving for Hong Kong, supposed to be tomorrow, and his wife she's just a nervous wreck, because that typhoon is headed right where they're headed. I think that general direction anyway. And planes are kind of a pain in the ass here, even when it does rain. I mean, even when it doesn't rain, there's cancellations all the time. So I feel for them, but maybe they can get in and out of here. Maybe everything will get back to normal, and won't have to worry about these power cuts. So we got 3,250 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching these videos. I know it's been a few days since I made one, but there just really hadn't been much going on. It's like I say, it's Wednesday the 23rd. I usually go to Bow Hole on the weekend, so here I go telling you my plans again. I'm gonna quit doing that. But anyway, that's all I got for now. Until next time, I'll try to put some pictures in here of the typhoon's path or whatever, and I don't know, you take it for what it is. But anyway, that's all I got for now. This is Brent's Tripping. Peace.